The only way I'd be a Johnny Sins ripoff if I was like banging people on the channel and it was a porno channel, because that's what Johnny Sins does. I can't help that I look like him. Simon the Bald A-hole here. I'm not going to say the word anymore because yesterday in the YouTube checking process, it had a problem with it and then decided, oh no, it is okay. So I guess it depends what the YouTube powers that be decide humor is or isn't. Maybe they don't think that's very funny. And you know what? Maybe it's not. But what is funny is the bunch of crazy comments that people leave me all the time. And I thought, as it's Friday, as it's the end of the week, we could all use with a good laugh. So I went and found a bunch of them and I will react to them right now. And you can see why sometimes you may send a content creator, as we're told we're called, a message and they may react very funny to you. And 9 times out of 10, it's because they've received something like this. And of course, if you've never seen one of these videos before, we do the voice. I'm just throwing it out there now, just because I feel like it summarizes these people in the best possible light. But Bags of Sauce 90... which I have no idea what it means, says, question, why do English people say YouTube? Let's go through the many ways that we could say. He spelt it Y-O-U-C-H-E-W-B-E. So YouTube, YouTube, YouTube. I don't know what it means. I say YouTube. There's no E. There's no E on that. YouTube. And English people, there's only 2 ways to say YouTube. You have Y-O-U, which is you, and you have tube. Some people say YouTube. They like to throw that in there, that's fine. Some people call it YouTubes. I do that every now and then because I'm an idiot. But nobody in the history of this platform being of existence has said YouTube. Although from now on, of course, I will call it YouTube. And you see Nigel Lawson, when she was doing a Christmas special, she called a microwave a microwave as a joke. Internet blew up. From now on, YouTube. And Far Q came in with the question, do steroids make your meat hang lower than your potatoes? So do steroids, so make your meat, penis, hang lower than your potatoes. So I think what he's asking, also his profile picture is some kind of, I thought it was a swan at first, but now I think it's a fly crawling on somebody's head. That's absolutely terrifying. He's essentially asking, will my dick get bigger if I take steroids to the point that it's hanging lower than my testicle? But unless you've got a really small penis, surely your dick is always hanging lower than your testicles. The answer is no. I don't know any kind of steroids that would make your penis bigger, but I don't know a lot about steroids. So maybe you can ask somebody else, and if you figure it out, you can come and tell me. Kent Fink, which is a classic name, Kent Fink. Kent Fink sounds like someone that's going to go on some kind of crappy detective journey. Like Kent Fink here to solve the mystery of the cat in the tree. Anyway, Kent Fink says, BS clickbait, quick lying just for clicks and algorithm. I can't stand it when people send me this. Do I want you to click my videos? Yes. Yes, I do. This one is talking about when I wrote, I'm leaving YouTube. I didn't write that. I wrote, I'm leaving YouTube, exclamation point, because I was doing my monthly Q&A and for some reason somebody asked me, hey, Simon, are you leaving YouTube? So yes, did my brain go, well, that's the most interesting question I received in terms of wanting people to click? Absolutely. But I also made sure it said Q&A in the title. Also, Kent Fink, for starters, go back to your detective agency because you should be focusing more on that. But also, it's a free video on YouTube. How can you be so mad? It doesn't make any sense. Also, the algorithm doesn't search for or who's saying they're going to leave. The algorithm's all about keywords. That's all it was. Somebody asked me the question, I put it in the title. If next time the only question I get is my dick bigger than my testicles, that will go in the title as well. And that video will definitely not help the algorithm. Reality XHD was really mad on the same video that I could not remember the name of the Evanescence album, even though I said in that video, I think Evanescence are okay, so I'm not a big fan. But he went, the Evanescence album is called Fallen. Dumb Johnny S ripoff. How can I be a Johnny Sins ripoff? The only way I'd be a Johnny Sins ripoff if I was like banging people on the channel and it was a porno channel, because that's what Johnny Sins does. I can't help that I look like him, but I'm not ripping him off. Again, to rip him off, yeah, it's all coming back to meat and two veg. Louis John V, or Louis John V, so he clearly thinks he's a king. So mad about clickbaiting. I think you need to have a look at your priorities, Louis. Try and figure out something you can do with your life, because he said, you clickbaiting people, you are a bored asshole. And I won't be watching the video so you don't get paid like the rest of the channels desperate for views seems like, I guess. I mean, here's the way I look at it, right? It wasn't intentional. Let's say I accidentally over clickbaited in that era. Like I knew it would do people, what does that mean? But I thought the question mark would give it away and the fact it said Q&A. If you care about me this much and you are that you're that impassioned about the fact that maybe I am leaving YouTube or whatever, why the hell would you get so mad? Also, getting paid? That video didn't do millions of views, pal. And if you know anything about YouTube, you know that if you want to make any serious revenue from this, you have to be doing, well, at least like 100,000 views per video. Very sadly, I'm nowhere near that. Am I going to give up? Not just yet. Tying back into that title. I'm going to keep trying. But I don't, like, if it cost you money, if you clicked it and it cost you a $5, I would get it. But Louis John V, I think you need to go back to ruling your people. They need you, but you need to rule with a much calmer stick. And Brian H, my man, I mean, you got your picture there where I think you're watching something on television. Looks like you're playing some kind of video game. Dude, man, it's all going to be okay, I promise. Now, this was in a reference to a V-Shred video I've done. And even on V-Shred videos, I think I say every single time that he's been incredibly successful, the company's incredibly successful, don't agree with their ethics or morals, but you cannot fault the success they've had. But he said, there's a whole lot of hypocritical finger pointing going on in this super bitchy world of YouTube fitness. All of you lot would be lucky if the V-Shred machine doesn't sue the ass off you lot. They may be unethical and copycat, but show me a YouTube channel in any genre that isn't a copycat. Damn. One person does a video on a subject, the next minute everybody has pretty much the same video up. And there's no shortage of shady vloggers out there. Get off your high horse and get on with your own business, and maybe you might get successful. Brian, you have missed the point entirely. If the point was over there, you're over there having a drink and wondering what the hell is going on. People don't get mad at V-Shred because he's successful. They get mad because the programs and the information that he puts out there is a pile of crap. So that's like me telling you, hey, Bri, if you give me a $5, I'll give you this magic bean. And if you eat the magic bean, all of a sudden, you won't be a pissed off maniac anymore. And what's going to happen is you're going to eat the magic bean and you're still going to be a pissed off maniac. That's the only reason people don't like V-Shred, because the things he says are not true. And that's just the world we live in as well. You have to be able to put yourself out there and you have to accept criticism. You have to have it both ways. You can't just expect all the love, which is why if people do want to come on my channel and tell me that I'm a clickbait, Johnny Sins, ripoff, whatever, that's fine. But then I get to respond to you too. It's called having a relationship. 2D Beats 3D, who is a dog, which is always interesting, just said, hey, Simon, and I had to scroll down on this. You're obviously just going to get the screenshot. And it just said, hashtag yell, you're a dick. Or sorry, you're a dick. Now, he got the wrong you're, which is always the way that you're not going to get upset about this stuff if someone hasn't established basic grammar. But also, just a long-winded way to tell me I was a dick, to be honest. Something I already know. Savitar1391 just went with, the wrestling channel is so fire. Check out What Culture Wrestling. Always a pleasure to appear on there. But this workout, Chanel, needs to get taken down. You fucking suck. Giving workout advice. And I watched the video through. It was the most bland, basic advice ever. It was like, you should train muscles twice a week. It's really important to rest. Make sure you're getting your protein in. What kind of workout advice did you want? Also, you fucking suck. That's aggressive, isn't it? It's not you just suck or you're an idiot. You fucking suck. So I guess he told me, sorry to disappoint, Savitar139. Savitar 138 was a lot nicer. It's that guy lived up to his name perfectly, because he went on a rant as well saying, your attitude about cardio is bullshit. Cardio is down to become healthier, especially steroid users should train their heart. It is not just to lose fat. People like you are actually wasting their time with cardio, though, because you do it half-assed and then it's inefficient for fat loss. Just don't eat like a hippo, and you don't even need to do a minute of cardio. So he contradicts himself in the same comment. But again, I watched the video, and it was me saying everyone should be doing cardio because it's good for your heart and it's good for your overall well-being. And this guy just went absolutely nothing. How can that be bullshit attitude about cardio? It's not even something to get riled up about. I didn't even have like a particularly passionate take. It wasn't like I stuck my sword in the ground like this is how I feel about cardio, but man, it's 9 months ago, right? Because basically the way you find bad comments is you just go to the spam folder. You go to the spam folder on YouTube and you find loads of them, which actually shows that a lot of you are very nice. I had to go back 9 months before I even found one. But if you are that triggered, hate that word, but we'll go with it. If you're that triggered by YouTube, you just need to reassess life, and you probably need to get off the internet yesterday. And we finished with Charlie George, which is amazing because it's actually a picture of Charlie George, the football player. So this person wants you to think that he's Charlie George, and he just says, bullshit advise. Now, he meant bullshit advice. Once again, someone else that doesn't particularly like my take on the fitness industry, but he wrote bullshit advise, as if he was asking me, hey, I've bumped into some bullshit. Can you please advise me about what I should do next? Well, Charlie George, no, you were a very successful football player, so I guess you can advise yourself. but you failed miserably with that one. So there you go, a bunch of nuts comments. I can't do these videos very often because, like I say, I have a very lovely community, and thank you very much for that. And overwhelmingly, I get very positive comments. But on a day like today, when, well, I just saw a few and they made me chuckle, I thought I'll go find a few more and we can respond to them. And hey, if you want to rag on me, please do it. You're more than welcome. But someday in the future, maybe I'll rag on you back. Now, please do leave a comment below, like the video, share the video, subscribe, hit the bell ding ding so you know when other videos are going live. Make sure you click the link in the description as well so you can download your copy of the Power 13 cookbook, sponsored or made or whatever, inspired by Greg Doucette. I'm in it. I'm very honored to be in it. You can use the code Simon15 to get 15% off. And thank you to everyone. Loads of people got in touch saying, oh, Miller, I tried out your scones. I tried out your pizza. They're really nice. That truly means a lot to me because I get a little bit worried about this stuff, thinking, oh no, they're going to eat it and not like it. So to know that people are enjoying it, I think is awesome. There's another video on the screen right there. Make sure you give it a click. Instagram and Twitter is at Simon316. Patreon.com/Simon316. As I already mentioned, my channel does not do hundreds of thousands of views. SimonMiller.BigCartel.com for merchandise. Otherwise, that's enough promoting. You take care, and I'll see you on the next one.